We start in a kingdom where we see the king. He tells the 7th prince, Noah, that he is revoking his right to the throne and tells him to get out this instant. Noah looks calm though as he thinks. For him, he's been waiting for this to happen. The king asks if he isn't going to ask why he is getting kicked out. Noah scratches his head and says that it's because he was incompetent, is it not? The king says that he is right, and that as long as he understands, it's fine, telling Noah that he was determined to have no skill using his father's appraisal. In this country, all royalty has a right to take the throne, and all of them will learn to be the next king, so even if you have no skill, you can still be king. However, Noah, on the other hand, has no skill or will to become the next king, which is why kicking him out will spread some bad rumors about his country, and that's why he will grant Noah the Carter territory, telling him that on the outside it looks like his right to succession was revoked, and he was sent to a frontier to become a lord, asking Noah if that sounds fine to him. Noah just says the word "thank you," and the king asks him what that means. Suddenly the 6th prince, Dagwa, who has the skill of the holy sword holder, screams out Noah's name. He grabs hold of Noah and asks him what's with his attitude and asks if he really doesn't care about the throne, telling him that he is being kicked out. So what's with this calm attitude? Noah just thinks that he wanted to be banished in the first place and that he has just been patient. Noah continues with his laid-back approach as he scratches his head and calls it a shame and says that he really wanted to be king. Seeing Noah like this really makes Dauga super angry as he starts taking up his sword, telling Noah that since the very beginning he has gotten on Dauga's nerves. Noah, in his head, calls Dauga a dumbass brother and thinks that the king's son killing the other son in front of the king is even worse for the family. Anyway, Dauga goes for it and screams, telling Noah to die. However, we then see that Dauga's sword broke and we see Noah on the ground. Dauga looks shocked. Meanwhile, Noah says that it scared him and that he couldn't see his sword at all. Noah tells Dauga that he purposely missed him with the sword and calls himself a failure. Everyone around them asks Dauga what happened, but he is still in shock and can't say anything. Noah then gets up and goes by Dauga, who thinks that Noah might be a faker of a skill. He thinks back and says that Noah took his sword that goes faster than sound, his sword that's stronger than a dragon's scale, and broke it with a small hit. Dauga looks back, saying that there's no way that it's true, and tells Noah to wait up. However, Noah just smiles and says that he will see them in 5 years, and that he will live in leisure in the Lord's territory, and then suddenly, he vanishes from them. The king is in total awe, saying that teleportation magic is something you can only use if you are a sage, and someone else says that they must be seeing things. We then get to Noah, who is riding in a carriage. A cat goes to him and says his name, and the cat, who is also called Rory, asks him if he really got his right to the throne revoked. Noah asks Rory if she has forgotten about his brilliant plan. Rory says that she remembers, and Noah then says that it was to get his right to the throne revoked and get banished to a territory in the far country where nobody knows his name, saying that it's all going according to his plan, and he then looks happy as he says that he can finally live as he wants and calls it a success. Rory just looks at him in shock, saying that he is getting excited over being declared incompetent. She then says that Noah has both the sword hero and sage skills, as he is the legend who was reincarnated twice as a hero, and that in reality, he is far from incompetent. Rory then asks Noah how the legendary hero's third life became like this. Noah just tells Rory to listen up, and he tells her that it's true that he has reincarnated twice, and that he was a hero in both lives, but being a sword hero is annoying. If you are strong, it's all your life is about, and you get buried under annoying things. You get unwanted resentment too, and you get forced to do monster subjugation too. Noah tells her that he went through the hero experience twice, and says that working is awful. That's why he was reincarnated into a peaceful-looking world as a prince. And who would have guessed that the succession to the throne would cause problems? And so, in order to easily retire from the succession race, he decided to pretend to be incompetent. He made it so that it seemed like he couldn't use magic, not even a sword, and that his head was also empty. And at the appraisal ceremony, by changing the outcome with magic, he made it seem like he was incompetent. Rory then speaks up and says that she has been wanting to say this for a while now, and she is about to ask if he actually is something, but that's when he says her name. He tells her not to hate him for this, but that she is a cat right now, so it should be fine. Rory is just confused, but just then, it looks like a big rock hits their carriage. Noah says that it's a meteor or a boulder from a volcano. Rory then screams Noah's name, and we then see that she has transformed into her human, or rather cat-human form, and she screams at him to tell her if they are attacked sooner. Noah says that he could have sworn that he warned her, but Rory tells him that he didn't and calls him crazy, telling him that he dodged something that fast quicker than anyone else, and that he dodged it using his high-grade floating magic. Noah calls her the crazy one, and says that in the age of the sword, even a child could use that magic. Rory disagrees, and says that it's in the past, but suddenly she looks scared, as she says that she can hear footsteps, and as she looks up, she can see a volcano turtle coming closer, and asking if that isn't an S-rank monster. Noah asks her what she is afraid of, as she herself is a devil. Rory gets mad, and tells him that her strength is being sealed by him right now. Noah then thinks that she is right, and that her true form was sealed in the archives, and that he shunted her in there while he was a kid. Rory tells him not to think about it right now, and she asks Noah what they are going to do, and that they are up against an S-rank monster. After that, the turtle sends out another meteor, and it's heading right towards them. Roy freaks out, and calls for Noah, who uses his creation magic and pulls out a sword, which he uses to slice the whole meteor in half. Rory screams out in amazement, asking how it became pebbles in one swing. Noah scratches his head, and says that it's how he cuts it. Rory says that it's just not possible. But Noah explains that back when he was a sword hero, even mid-level adventurers could beat a turtle of this size. Rory tells Noah not to think of himself as the standard, and that the level of the time he lived in and is in now is different. The turtle then screams out, and Noah says that it's screaming so loud that it will even disturb the neighbors. He tells it to disappear as he summons some sort of fireball and casts it right to the turtle, who instantly dies. Rory asks if this could be the hidden level of supreme tier magic, but Noah just laughs and says that it was a simple fireball. Noah then says that the carriage was crushed, and that now that he thinks about it, it would have been better if they just flew. Noah then starts to fly into the sky, and Rory screams at him, asking him why he left her behind while telling him that he is too skilled. As Noah flies away, he just thinks that he feels like he forgot something. We then get to the Carter territory and the Ain village. Someone called Lista says that the monsters are rampaging again, but an old man comes and tells her not to worry, telling her that this town has the ancient hero's barrier magic to protect it. The man tells her that long ago, when the ancient hero visited this town, a barrier was put around it to protect the townsfolk, so that's why the elders are saying that it's fine, explaining that this town is next to the Albulsat forest, which is a dangerous forest that puts them in immediate risk. Lista then asks the man if such an old barrier will really be okay. Suddenly someone screams, telling everyone to look, and there we see another volcano tortoise. It goes to attack, and something super unexpected happens as the turtle manages to break the town's barrier. Everyone then thinks that they are done for. Lista thinks that even if the town had a barrier, even with the danger that they have always had at their door, and their empty coffers, this town that she grew up in, and which she is so fond of, she believes that there has to be something she can do. Lista then starts to run with everything that she has got, and the others asks her what she is doing. She tells them that she will slow down the monster, and the others continues to scream her name. She runs to the forest and thinks that if she just runs, then it will catch up fast, but that even if it's just a small bit, she will try and get the turtle away from the town. But suddenly, as she is running, she trips and falls onto the ground. Suddenly, a carriage comes by, and Lista screams at the people in it to run away. But we then see that the whole fight was over in an instant, as it was Noah who took it out using his fireball. Yeah, it's a bit confusing, but it's the same turtle he took out earlier just from Lista's perspective. Lista is in shock that he saved her, saying that he is a person she has never met before, and that he looked just like the stories she had heard before about the ancient hero. Lista gets stars for eyes, but she then hears Rory screaming, asking why Noah left her behind. She says that it can't be helped, and that she will turn into a form that can fly after him, and she then turns into some sort of cat dragon, and Lista screams that it's a monster. We then get to Carter territory, and the Lord's residence, where we see Noah. He says that it's a nice mansion in the countryside, and that it's perfect for his retirement, saying that nobody comes to such a lonesome place, asking Rory what she thinks. But as he looks over, he sees Rory nowhere, and then remembers that he left Rory behind. He just thinks that it's fine, and we then see Rory in a much more fearsome form than before, as she screams at Noah that it's not fine for him to leave a maiden. Noah just asks the dragon who it is, and she says that it's Rory, of course. Noah just tells her that without her chest, he couldn't tell that it was her, and she asks him if that's how he remembers her. She then screams at Noah that because he left her behind, she had to fly here with her true form, telling him that she can't forgive what he did today, and she tells Noah that she will kill him. But Noah's stare then turns cold as he asks her who she will kill exactly. Rory then takes it back and looks like she is about to cry. Noah laughs and says that she has always been his apprentice. Rory calls him a dummy, but we then see Lista on her back. Lista says that it's amazing to think that this big dragon freezes up just when she looks at Noah. Noah asks her who she is, and she tells him that she is Lista from Ain village, and she thanks him for saving her, telling him that their town was being attacked by that turtle, but that he came and saved them. Noah is in total shock, as he didn't mean to help them, but Lista then jumps and hugs Noah. She thanks him so much for saving the citizens from the monsters, and calls him the new hero who tamed a dragon. Noah asks Rory how Lista knows that he is the new hero, and Rory says that they started talking halfway through bringing her here, telling Noah that the village Ain also belongs to the Carter territory, meaning that his power was found out the first day he was here, which leaves Noah looking like he has just seen a ghost. He gets to the ground and says that his brilliant retirement plan failed. Lista asks what's wrong, and Rory says that it looks like he's having a seizure. Noah then asks Rory what she has done, and that everything has been going smoothly until now, but because she brought Lista here, the fact that he is a genius has been found out. Rory looks embarrassed, but she says that it's going to sound like she is talking back, but she tells Noah that people have known that he is skilled for a while now, and he just says what? Rory tells him that he hasn't realized it, but that he has done a lot of things that show that he's skilled, like that time when a horde of monsters flew into the capital. Noah says that it was getting in the way of his sleep, so he killed them. Rory tells him that he must have been half asleep, as he was seen by the entire Knight's Order. Rory tells him that he pulled off quite the array of feats, and that the king and that idiot brother didn't realize it though. After that, Lista speaks up, and is amazed to have someone as amazing like Noah in the Cartier territory, and she welcomes him, calling him the new hero, and that she welcomes him with all her heart. Lista still has stars in her eyes, but Noah tells her that he is just a really incompetent person. Lista tells him that there's no need for such an amazing person to be so modest. And just like that, it's how Noah's brilliant retirement plan broke apart, and Noah screams out asking how it came to this.